Shalom, shalom, y'all. Quick video, man. Um, Getting right into it. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akakadash Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. Much salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect Most High will. Contrite spirits returning back to the Most High. Sincerely, blessings. Um, many of our people are too much into the black thing, black power thing, and which takes them back to Africa, but nothing really comes out of Africa, that's um, of any of culture. I mean, like, just for example, black culture here in America, uh, it's back, going back to the pretty much the 60s, 70s where it became prominent, and into the 80s, 90s, and you can include hip hop and the magazines and the black clothing um, companies, um, rappers, entertainers. That doesn't come from Africa. Why isn't Africa should be booming with with fame of our people over there? If Africa was our homeland, why is everything in America? I mean, and they act like, well, because Africa is poor. No, there's some rich places in Africa, man. Look it up, man. For the reason why, because Africa is not our homeland. We is captive in Africa, man. Let me go ahead and get this scripture. It says Psalms 137:6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. And they lied about the Bible, of course, about the people in the Bible, the prophets in the Bible. They told Jake that, which is our people, because they're so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans mostly, prominently, primarily, the so-called Negro. He's the head tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel. But they lied about it. But still, our people got resonate. They spirit resonate with the scriptures. But the scriptures don't talk about. The Bible doesn't talk about Africa being a homeland. So what if they believe in God and they believe in His Son, was they ain't called Christ, they ain't called Jesus, but they still believe in the Bible, resonating with what's in the Bible. But it doesn't say anything about uh, Africa being a homeland. Then why do they believe in Africa? It says right here, if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. And it also says, mother of us all, Jerusalem. See, our people, they really don't make no sense, man. Galatians 4:26, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all, man. So we are not the children of Africa, and like I said, Africa is a big ass continent, and it should be if our people was originally from there, as far as that being our homeland, our people, and really Africa is named after Leo Scipio Africanus, because we Most High did have us take over the land of Canaan and expanding the land and some of the borders, according to what He will give us, and we're gonna have the world in our possession once again, coming up soon, you know. But Africa is not our homeland, man. It's not the motherland. Jerusalem is, and but like I said, our people are too much into this Black Power thing, which was a movement in support of rights and political power for black people, especially prominent in the U.S. in the 1960s and 1970s. And it says the raised fist is famously associated with the Black Power movement, but it has a long history as a global symbol of solidarity in the fight against oppression. It's been used by socialists, Republicans, anti-fascists, feminists, and really any oppressed group or revolutionary social cause around the world. And they had that used in Syria. Our people were in Syria, but and that's what if you kind of, I think I read once the origin of that symbol, and it goes back to the Syrian Empire. But like it says, they use it for all facets of things, like, for the sake of justice against oppression. What is the philosophy of Black Power? They insisted that African Americans should have power over their own schools, businesses, community services, and local government. They focus on combating centuries of humiliation by demonstrating self-respect and racial pride, as well as celebrating the cultural accomplishments of black people around the world. Well, not really. I mean, around what world? Because America, we got all our people scattered across the world on the other side of the earth. And they don't put over here, these black people over here in America don't promote our black people in UK. They don't promote our black people in, in Brazil and Mexico and just overall Europe. They don't promote our people in Germany, in any of those places, Ukraine. So it's a problem over here, man. And it's a selfish thing, man. And it's a closed-minded thing, too. When you're dealing with, like I said, when our people think of Black Power, they think about the black culture over here, which consists of, these media, so to speak, celebrities like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Sojourner Truth, and and who was that other one? W.D. Boyce, I think, Nat Turner, and what's that other one? Hattie McDaniel, and all the actors and entertainers and all that, man. And it's all come from the soil of America. What about our people on the other side, man? So that's why the Most High waking our people up all across the world, because it's deeper than just being a so-called black man, so-called Latino man, so-called Native Americans. Is going back to us being the tribes. And you got people like Vocab. He could say what he want, but he's not dealing in the spirit. Because if he was, he would know. And we've been spiritual people, but of course, a lot of our people was seduced by wickedness, seduced by these heathens. Therefore, things, we know it's an orchestration that they did. African American culture is rooted in Africa, includes various cultural traditions of African ethnic groups. It is both a part of and distinct from American culture, a mixture of chiefly sub-Saharan African. Show me the culture in Africa. Show me some culture in Africa, man. But like we said, black is just a color. You put in black, you Google black, you're gonna get this. Now, of course, you gotta put people with it, and then it'll pop up people. But black is just what it is, black. And it is also associated with black magic, death, nothingness, void, Let me put African culture, see what pops up. I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna not make this long because I'm gonna do more videos. say something about that. I ain't never seen no black person in America wear nothing like this, man. Or be out there butt naked with titties out. I mean, it's a shame to our people when that does happen. You know, they can't make it a culture over here. Because some of the older ladies that kind of got a little bit more sense, they be like, look at Keisha, she's showing her ass. I can't stand them naked out there and, you got to put some damn clothes on. Africans, they live different. And you ain't never seen no black people in America do this shit and say this is black culture, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Now we do have some of our people out there, like mostly the West Africans, which we say so-called because they're not really Africans; they're Israelites in West Africa. Even down to the hairstyles, this is not culture at all. I ain't never seen no so-called black person over here do this. So what are y'all talking about, man? You get heavily talked about. You do some shit like that and go to class like this, you getting heavily talked about. And if it's a woman dressing like this and being like that, think this is a woman, you ain't gonna get no man. Not with the so-called black people in America, which are Israelites. And like I said, a good part of our people that's in when have you ever seen our people do this over here in America? And even in other parts like UK, like I said, in Germany and in places of South Americas, they don't do this shit, man. Even Latinos don't do this shit. Come on, man. Talking about culture and black culture, African culture. The fuck out of here. Ain't nobody doing this over here, man. And any Israelites that are around the world, they don't have the spirit to do this shit. And the Most High said he put a difference between when y'all gonna wake up and get away from this black shit and this Egyptology shit, this African shit, man. You're not fucking Africans, man. Between Israel. That's why they tricked y'all with that Kamala Harris. Y'all just fall for anything. It's like kind of like damn. Are black people, is so-called black people in America, are they really like serious about? Are they really, thinking or what's happening? Exodus 11:7 it says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue again against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord do put a difference between Egyptians and Israel." And that's the spirit, man. Even with Esau and Jacob, though they came from the same womb, they were brothers, and until he broke the brotherly covenant, what was said of them? That they would have different mannerisms. One would be a hunter, one would dwell in tents, one would be, a wild man. I mean, one would be a man of field, one would dwell in tents, one would be a hunter, one would be a smooth man. So if you're a spiritual person, you're gonna see through this that we are not Africans, man. And there's like I said, where's the rich culture in Africa? Because when I put up African culture, it popped up all this, which I don't see our people doing at all. And you got some of our people, they want to be Israel and talk about Edomites, and they want to be into Egypt and all that. Now, our women wear makeup, but they ain't going all out like this, man. I ain't never seen no shit like this, man, like with our people. And just and think it's fashionable. So this is not us, man. These are whole different people, man. And like I said, you got our people over there still. But if you spiritual, you're gonna be able to discern that, man. They look more just like Native Americans than that African BS I just showed. Nigeria and Sierra Leone and I think even Morocco and a lot of those places still inhabited by a real Israelite that's living in those lands. See the difference that they don't have all that BS that the Africans did, but they're called Africans. Look, African blacks, Brazil, Sincere Joy, yeah. So hey man, these dudes still want to be African and shit, and they gonna run with that because they just soaked in to black power and black community and black love, and that shit don't even exist, man. And then, like I said, there's no black love, there's no black community unity, there's no black businesses, and if it is, it's not shown, it's not publicized like these so-called white businesses. So how is Jake ever going to get influenced to you know uh, you know towards success with businesses and better housing and better schools? You know what I'm saying? When there's no public showing of you know of great success when it comes to the influence, man. But you'll see the so-called white business all day long. So you're not gonna whoever's into this shit, you're not gonna change anything. None's gonna change, and that's not being negative. It's just the truth. Most High is not into this black stuff, man. You know, that's why that Kamala Harris fell. Most High is gonna, he ain't gonna let you black, that black stuff rise, man. It's time to realize who we really are, Israelites. So now you got Trump. Now you got mad black people. A lot of mad black women because Kamala Harris didn't win, but if she did win, it'd be the same thing. She's in the same house, same White House, and she's under order of the elites. You know, so just because she have melanated skin, they just want to end. They don't even know this woman and shit, man. They read a little bit about her, but it's the fact that she looks like a so-called black woman. Same thing that happened with Obama when he was in. He looked like a so-called black man, and he's not. He's an African. He's a Hamite. Oh, Israel's gonna keep falling for the same BS, man. Shalom.